class action of how to make money and how to fund your film in crypto Web3. Yes. So without further ado, let's introduce the panel. You already met these two lovely gentlemen, but I'll let you do it again. Go ahead, Leo.
Hi, my name is Leo Matchett. I'm a filmmaker and developer, and I co-founded Decentralized Pictures with Mike and Robert Coppola.
And I'm Mike Basante, co-founder of Decentralized Pictures, and I'm also head of production at American Zoetrope.
I'm Rebecca Barkin. I'm the CEO of Lamina One, which is a layer 1 blockchain that's optimized for the open metaverse.
All right, so and I'm Alana LaFerre. I founded Decrypt Studios. I'm an engineer by trade, and now I sell things and do business stuff, which is a little terrifying. So I think we want to start off by defining things. Who here is a crypto native? I see 3, 4. Okay, all right. Okay.
Who here is a filmmaker?
And everybody. There we go. All right. So,
Wait, who here likes these film crew art paintings, or illustrations, I should say, that are scattered around? Because we are going to give them away before the end of this little event. And anyone who put a donation into that box at the front, we are going to pull randomly names. The first name pulled will get first pick, second name, second pick, etc. There are 5 of them available. They will come with the actual NFT to boot. So if you haven't yet, drop a donation slip. It could be any amount. It could be $1. It could be 1 cent.
And it'll fund an award, which is like, again, you just saw the first award being given out from Steven's contribution. Kind of take a little bit rewind and talk about why we're doing this, what the beauty of blockchain community. The person's term. Why is it so important? What's a metaverse? All those things we talk about all the time.
Yeah, sure. So maybe it's helpful to start with just like, what is Web3? So Web3 really is like a set of principles and technologies that's designed really to empower the individual, like whether that's through data privacy or being able to conduct like global direct transactions without a bunch of intermediaries involved. It really is about privileging individuals versus centralized systems, which typically control, the deployment of capital and hold your identity and that sort of thing. So Web3 is this movement, right, towards taking back
that is immutable and cannot be changed by any individual that wants to change it. Of the ideas submitted are most deserving, and which artist, frankly, is most. Prime example, the Andrews Bernard Award that we just announced the winner for. And so it's all of that data is recorded and historically preserved because it's stored on a public ledger. So that's how we determine, the most fair way to give out the resources that we have. There's another element to that, which I'll just briefly touch on, which is, why do people want to vote? And so people who submit their ideas have to pay a fee into a smart contract. And smart contract sounds complicated, but really it's just a digital escrow account where anyone who submits the ideas, their money pools into this digital escrow account. And then anyone who decides they want to give their opinion and peer review the ideas that have been submitted will be paid for doing that. So what blockchain allows us to do is not only fairly and transparently determine who's most deserving of the financing we have to offer, but it also has this, incentivized behavior mechanism built into it that
the new oil is data. And the other new oil are tokens. So we didn't talk about tokens yet. Mike, do you want to take us through the platform and why there's a token aspect to it, and anything else you want to add?
Sure, sure. So again, this goes back to the use of the tokens goes back to how do you get people to vote? How do you get them to spend the time to review the projects? And so what we did is create a token that is the incentive to get people to vote. So as Leo just explained, if you have a project and you want to submit it to vie for the Andrews Bernard Award, Andrews Bernard Award #2 is going to be coming up, and all the other awards that we have, you need to pay a submission fee. And that submission fee is in our token, the film credit. You can buy the token with money out of your own pocket, or you can earn them in other ways on the platform. One of those, the main one being reviewing. But when you have your tokens out of your submission fee, you pay that and it goes into the smart contract, and that creates what's called a bounty. It's the pool of funds pool of film credits that go to all the people who review. And so that token creates that incentive. So what the token also does for us by incentivizing all that review, what I want to say is it incentivizes people. We get a large amount you have. And as Leo just alluded to, that data is what really changes the game, right? Or not just for us in making the decision and the filmmaker who submitted, who got reviewed very well, but also for the establishment of Hollywood. Hollywood is trying to make decisions based on which films they think are going to be commercially successful. What you want, if you're Netflix or Amazon or Hulu or Warner's or Paramount, you want films that are commercially and artistically successful. People are going to want to see them. They're going to pay. They're going to be an awards contender. How do they make those decisions? And it's a very difficult decision to make. You're making it, a decision about what can be successful in the market in the future, and there's no way to know. So what you do is you look back. You look backward at what has succeeded in the past. You look at comparable films. You look at artists who are associated with it. Steven Soderbergh, Jennifer Lawrence, Brad Pitt. Those are your indicators of what can be successful. And then they look at what genres are hitting. They do this analysis, very very complicated, but it still is very imperfect. And what that does is it makes it difficult for new and fresh voices and original content stories that haven't been told before that can really catch on, like a sexualized videotape, to really break through. And so getting this data, incentivizing with our token to get people to vote and review gives us and gives Hollywood a new tool in which to assess which films can be successful. And if the data is large enough, then it's a good predictor as to the film's success. Now, of course, you need all of the other things. You need a capable producer. You need to cast it well, and that's what audiences like to see. But for a film like Hayatita and even the others that were submitted on the platform, the community is telling us they like this film. They want to go see it when it's finished, when it's out in the theater. They'll click to stream. They'll buy the tickets. That's very valuable. And the tokens helps us to get that information.
So in terms of the data, we had this chat this morning. It's also the filmmakers themselves that can own this data to use for your own purposes versus, which we talk about this when you're passionate about this, giving the power back to you guys versus giving it to the larger corporations. Do you want to expound on that?
Yeah, sure. So it's a bit of a paradigm shift, and it's a shift in thinking. But if you think about it, your goal is
Okay, we are back live. Decentralized Pictures. And we are still in Park City, Utah, Sundance 2023, back with Miguel. Okay, the conversation's a little different this time. We chatted with Miguel earlier today before the announcement, before the Andrews Bernard Award announcement. You know, you were on pins and needles. Like, is it going to happen? Is it not going to happen? Well, my man, it happened. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So how are you feeling right now?
Doing great. It's a dream come true for me and for the whole Calladita team. This project started very small, as a dream in my head, that then became a dream in the heads of many friends that I made along the way that were internet friends that supported the project and internet NFTs in order to make this movie possible. And now we're almost there. The movie is already almost finished, and we got an incredible push right now from Decentralized Pictures and from a legend of independent cinema like Steven Soderbergh, who almost literally started the independent cinema movement in the 90s, or you know, that wave of independent cinema in the late 80s, early 90s. And it's incredible. I don't know. I have no words. Just to know that Steven watched our film and selected it among all the other incredible contenders makes me so happy and so proud, and especially very happy for our whole team, our crew, our cast, our protagonists, and everyone who supported the project along the way.
Awesome. So you had an opportunity to meet Steven tonight because he did the award himself. So tell us, what was it like meeting Steven and having those conversations with him?
He was great. He was such a sweet guy, super chill and friendly, and he was already kind of excited to get to work with us, because the award is not only the money, but it's also his involvement in trying to help me and my editor and my team make this into the best film that it can be, and how do we finish it in the best way possible and make it shine. And so he was excited to set a date for a chat and see how it can help. So that was incredible.
Awesome. So, okay, $100,000. Okay, sounds like a lot of money on the surface, and obviously you're going to have some counsel from one of the greats in the industry with Steven.
Yeah.
And so you're going to have some good mentorship there as well. So where does this put you versus where you were at this morning before the award happened? Where does this put you in the project?
Well, we still have to make, the decisions, but there are a few things that we didn't have money for and that now we do, like, for example, an original score for the movie. So that's going to be great, and it's going to help bring many subtleties of the script and the movie to life. And then also we'll reserve part of the budget also for P&A to make sure that we can spread the word as much as possible about the movie and have it seen by as many people as possible. And what else? We are thinking about potentially doing one day of reshoots, maybe to make sure that everything is perfect in the movie. But we'll see. No decisions yet about that. And I don't know. I mean, I haven't decided. I didn't want to jinx it, so I haven't. I'm the producer of the movie, but I haven't kind of done an allocation of where the $100K are going to go to, because I don't want to jinx it. So awesome. Now I have to sit down and think about it.
Well, all in all, a huge night for your film, Calladita. Huge night for you. Huge night for independent filmmaking in general. So congratulations again, Miguel. I can't wait to see the final touches put on this film and what's to come from you.
About that, what you just said, I think, also I want to thank the whole Film3 family and everyone building in Film3, because this is also a win for all of them, right? And to know that someone like Steven Soderbergh has supported a project that is such an embodiment of Film3 in the sense that it was all made possible thanks to NFTs and blockchain is a great validation for the whole community and the whole movement, and I'm so happy for us all, and shout out to them.
Awesome. Well, congratulations again. Well, we are wrapping it up here from the Film3 on the mountain. So it's been an awesome event, a lot of good conversations, incredible, an event with an award like this to Miguel, a great night for independent filmmaking. So thanks for all of you for tuning in on Twitter and YouTube and being a part of this experience with us. So have a good night, everyone. Decentralized Pictures out from Sundance 2023.
Thank you.
All right.